Robert Henderson Jr. Show, featuring Robert Henderson Jr., certified financial planner and president of the Henderson Financial Group. Understanding money, it's all about the money. Understanding money, it's all about the money.
Yes. We're back. Good morning, South Florida. Hello, world. Hello, the Caribbeans. Hello, the internet world. My name is Robert Henderson Jr., certified financial planner. Those of you all just listening, I want to introduce myself. I'm Robert Henderson Jr., certified financial planner. I'm president of the Henderson Financial Group, which is located in Miami Lakes, Florida. We specialize in helping people get their financial house in order, basically. I've been in the financial planning business for over 25 years. Also the president of Henderson Realty Group. We help people with their real estate and mortgages and just understanding the whole financial maze when it comes to ownership and property ownership. Also an author of the New Underground Railroad, working on 2 books, and 2 more books as a matter of time. I love writing, love reading. That should be out before the end of the year. Also, I write a weekly column in the Miami Times. I really have a good time doing that. I get a chance to just, it's a quick and short, but I get a lot of feedback and open up in a whole different form with the Miami Times. So if you get a chance to read that pick that paper up also. I'm also an insurance broker, which means I've been in the insurance business, and I don't just represent one particular insurance company. I look at all of their products and compare them with each other and see which product would be best fit the needs of the client, you, the investor, client. I don't just succumb to one insurance company and think that they all that. I think that I would like to go ahead and make the world my my pickings for finding good product and good investments that fit the need of the individual. And I started doing that for myself. That's why I never could just sign up and work for one particular insurance company, because I wanted to keep the doors open and I wanted to keep learning and getting new material. So the best way to do that is be an independent insurance advisor. So I'm what you call an independent insurance advisor. Let me see here. We have an exciting show lined up for you. I had changed the format a couple weeks ago, and I wanted to try this. It seemed to be working okay. I'm getting good feedback. The first hour, we'll go over the foundation of getting your financial house in order, because so many people really need to know why and why not, and get their mind right and lay the foundation. In order to build a good house, you got to have a good foundation. You can't build a good, strong house on some sand. It got to be solid. It really got to be solid. So that's the mind part. So you got to be conditioned. If you want to go out and become prosperous and live a better life, you got to first deal with the mind. Today I come in, I really come in peace. I come to enlighten and to encourage and to give understanding to those who are struggling, for this understanding. And all you're getting, you should get understanding. I hope I don't offend anyone or hurt anyone's feelings. But, a lot of times, the truth hurts. I mean, when you're a child and your parents tell you to, do something and you don't want to do it, even though they're trying to actually lead you in the right way, it seems like they're the worst parents. It seems like they're the worst thing on earth. You hate your parents. You don't like them, or, you wish they go away, but all is out of love. So I myself find myself in the same position. Sometimes it seems like I'm coming down on you all, but I'm not. It's just that my love, I tell you, my love for my people, my love for mankind is just incredible. When I ask me why I have this, I don't know. Honestly, I got to be honest with you. I don't know why I feel like this, but I just feel like this. Somehow I'm programmed to feel like this. I can't even take credit or even bash myself. I don't know, but I just feel the need. As I learn things, I feel the need to give. I tell you, being one is a lonely number, and being rich by yourself or just being, you have the money and people around you don't have money. When you have love in your heart, that's an awful feeling, because you want other people to see what you see. You want other people to experience good. And a lot of the pain and suffering that you feel and come across, you want to try to have your people who you love and other people, from your children to your friends or neighbors, whoever, you want to try to prevent them as much as you can from making that same mistake. So that's where I come. I really do this because, it makes me feel good. I feel when clients make money, whether it's in real estate or in stocks, or we find a company, an insurance company that wouldn't take a particular client, and we search all over the globe and we find one that will give the person health insurance or life insurance. Man, I feel like I just won the Super Bowl. I feel so good. I feel so good inside. I can't even describe it to you how good the feeling is. And it feels so good for me just to give. So there's no strings attached. There's no motive. Oftentimes people come to me, and the clients know. They come to my office. We don't talk about your checkbook. I forget to bill them. I don't even think about it, because I'm really trying to slay the dragon. I'm trying to help because we really need help. I mean, we really don't need anybody to sell us. I mean, we've been sold, traded, bought. We really do not need anybody selling us nothing, man. We need to be enlightened. We need to know. And I'm a firm believer is that you put the cards on the table and explain to a person, if they're not dead or in a coma, they can understand. If you lay all the cards out and give them, the pros and cons of each of them, they can make good decisions. But for the most part, in America, we live in a capitalist society. And most people don't even understand, what does that mean, a capitalist society? I mean, it deals with supply and demand. Yeah, we are in free enterprise. You can be all you could be. Yes. And in a capitalist society, I'm going to tell you something. The worst thing about a capitalist society, the worst thing that you can be involved in a capitalist society is being a thief, being a con, being a crook. Because a capitalist society has got to guard itself from that kind of activities. So brothers and sisters, my Latino friends, my white friends, if you're on the wrong side of the table and you're trying to corrupt and steal from this capitalist society, it's just a matter of time. It's a matter of time. They at you. And with technology the way it is nowadays, you got to be crazy. With technology the way it is today, man, it's just a matter of time. And those of you all who want to fight and think you're bad and all that, let me tell you something. It is very true. All of the bad boys, all of the hoodlums, all of the big bad boys, they're either dead or in jail. And if you bad boy and you tough, Gun Pete, Two Gun Pete, and you just bad mother, it's just a matter of time. You going two places. You're going to be dead or you're going to be in jail. That's it. They're not going to have you in a capitalist society running loose, robbing and stealing and taking from people and taking people money. It's not going to happen. It's a matter of time. You never seen or heard a robber live happily ever after. You breaking the law, because see, there's two laws. As man-made law, and a lot of people try to be clever and deal with this man-made law, but I'm going to tell you the real law is the universal law. The universal law corrects itself. You can't get away. Nobody gets away. And there is no secrets. Brothers, there ain't no secret. Sister, there ain't no secret. If you doing it, somebody else know you doing it. So therefore, it ain't no secret. It's just a matter of time. And you got to think about that. I mean, as I'm talking to you, I think about that football player. What's the guy there? The football player from that just got in all that trouble. Michael Vick. Yeah, Michael Vick. I'm thinking about him. Man, can you imagine? I've been in a situation where I've had people turn on me like that. But I haven't been, not with dogs now, okay? But can you imagine? Think about this. Man got $100 million contract. He trying to keep it real with his homeboys. He that got several houses. People who he been knowing for a while. And they turn. States evidence on him. Can you imagine betrayal? When I think about that, I think about the story of Jesus and Judas. Can you imagine someone who you've been breaking bread with bring you down? I mean, just sit there. I mean, you don't. God know, that man done paid. He done picked the tab up for everybody at the restaurant, the hotel. Then I had party. Then laughed. Then did all that. And he sat right across the street, right across the table from him. Can you imagine? But let me tell you something. That whole situation is for us to learn from. See, the story of betrayal takes place all around. You may be betrayed by your brother, your sister, your friend, but it's supposed to teach you something. You're supposed to look at Michael Vick's situation, just like you're supposed to look at the story of Jesus' situation and see how. There ain't no secrets. Man, you committing a crime and y'all happy, y'all just got all the jewels and y'all break away. You know, y'all stole the gold or stole the jewelry or whatever. But let me tell you something. You've never seen someone commit a crime and live happily ever after. That's why they start killing each other. They turn each other. They don't leave no evidence. But that's just how it is. That's how it is in every industry. Somebody gonna tell. Somebody gonna tell. So if you can't do the time, don't do the crime. Simple as that. I don't care how enticing it is, how good it look. You got to look down. You got to have what I like to say. Most of us are either short-sighted or far-sighted. Now, when you short-sighted, that means you can only see things right in front of you. You can't even see things down the line. But you got to have the ability to be far-sighted also. You got to be able to look up and see not just today, but for tomorrow. Because tomorrow will surely come if you're breathing. Last week, I was out of town, and I had to take care of some business over in Nevada. And right along taking care of some business, I took my wife with me, my kids, and we brought our niece and nephew. And man, I tell you, we went over to the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon is a phenomenon. I'm telling you, that right there is a phenomenon. The Grand Canyon. And then we went to the Hoover Dam. Now, you know, I'm 48. Next month, I'll be 49 years old. You know how good, I mean, I guess it took me this long to go over to see one of the wonders of the world, the Hoover Dam and the Grand Canyon. That is amazing. That is totally amazing. That's why, you know, I'm going to tell you, when we get our financial house in order, we should travel and see the world. We can't just have tunnel vision. Do you know so many people have never been out of South Florida? If you've never been out of South Florida, you don't know the world. Your viewpoint is totally different from someone who has been out. You don't see the same. It's hard for you to comprehend. You know a group of people I see everywhere I go. I don't care if I go to Europe or the Caribbean or Africa. I see Asian people. Man, they save up 5 years. They don't care what they're wearing. They have a camera and they're there in groups, man. They understand. They get it. And you notice they're not in the news. We should learn from them, man. They carve out little businesses. I mean, we think about it. You never hear them Asian people on the news about them killing and robbing somebody. Certainly they surviving. They've been surviving a long time. They've been around a long time too, just like black folks been around a long time. How's it they keeping a low profile? What they doing? We got to learn from everybody. Like myself, I've never ever had a role model in terms of like one man. Like somebody who said, hey, Robert, this I want you need to do this and do that. I've never had that in my entire life. That's why I cannot succumb to, you have to have a man in your life. You know why? I know it sounds good. The old cliche, it sounds good. But let me tell you something. As a kid, I didn't. I made everybody my role model. Everybody who was doing something my role model. And even people that wasn't doing nothing. My cousin who was a junkie, he was one of my role models. He taught me what not to do. I'm gonna get back into this. We're gonna move right into this financials. I gotta get your mind right. I gotta give you encouragement that you can do this. All right? It's all about money, what I'm talking about. We gotta take this station break. Y'all know when the music come on, that means we gotta pay some bills here. We'll be right back. Keep it locked.
It's all about the money.
real all across the country. Weekdays 1 to 4 p.m.
When we see the news, buy a newspaper, listen to a radio station, and you look at Ebony or Jet nationally and then look at some of the white publications nationally, you would almost think you were in two different worlds, and you're in the same market.
We're keeping it real on News Talk 1080 WTPS.
Steffa Henry was last seen at Pepper's Cafe, located on 3828 North University Drive in Fort Lauderdale at 1 in the morning on May 29th. Steffa, a 22-year-old college graduate from Brooklyn, New York, was in town for the Memorial Day weekend. She left her aunt's home in Miami Gardens in a dark-colored 4-door Acura Integra with an unknown person or persons. She arrived at Pepper's but has not been seen since. Now the police and Steffa's family need your help.
She came here with her 16-year-old sister to celebrate her birthday.
If you have any information that could help police find Steffa Henry, please call Miami-Dade Detective Brizette Robert at 305-418-7200 or Miami-Dade Crime Stoppers at 305-471-8477. Again, if you have any information regarding the whereabouts of Steffa Henry, please call Miami-Dade Detective Brizette Robert 305-418-7200 or Miami-Dade Crime Stoppers at 305-471-8477.
Thank you very much.
News Talk 1080 WTPS, the People Station, with Sandra Bell and the Community Connection.
If you have a nonprofit event or public service announcement, please mail it to us at News Talk 1080 WTPS in care of Sandy Bell Community Affairs, 2828 West Flagler, Miami, Florida 33135. Or you can fax it to us, Attention Community Affairs, 305-677-7585. That's 305-677-7585. Or log on to our website, WTPS1080am.com. That's WTPS1080am.com and click on the Contact Us link and send us your community event or public service announcement. We're South Florida's Community Connection Station. I'm Sandy Bell for News Talk 1080 WTPS, the People Station.
Keeping you connected with the community. News Talk 1080 WTPS, the People Station. News Talk 1080 WTPS, the People Station, the place where you are heard.
Yes, we're back. I'm Robert Henderson Jr., certified financial planner. I'm doing solo today. Linda's out of town, but we're going to keep it going. I got Charles Gibson, attorney, coming in around 8 o'clock. We're going to pick it back up talking about, we're going to continue our discussions on wills and trusts, because I want to segue right into corporations. I need you really to understand really what a corporation does and what it is. I really need people to understand that. I really do, because most people, for the most part, get a corporation but still don't really understanding what it's all about. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. Silence. Martin Luther King said silence is worse than racism. To be silent, you got to stand up. You got to talk to yourself first. You got to be honest with yourself. You're not where you need to be, but you sit back and continue to do the same thing. That's not good. And that leads me to our word of today. I like to give a word every Saturday. And the word today is courage. Courage. I want you all to think about that word. Courage. C-O-U-R-A-G-E. Courage. Now, the definition of courage, when you look it up in the dictionary, is a quality of mind or spirit that enables a person to face difficulty, danger, pain without fear, bravery. Most of us are missing courage. Think about it. A lot of us talk, complain, but a lot of us don't have the courage to do it, to make a change. We talk about what we want to do. I'm getting ready to, almost. I know. No, you don't know. If you knew, you would do better. courage. You know, last Thursday, and each and every Thursday started last Thursday, I'm going to be on the morning show with Joy and Andre. It started at 8 o'clock every Thursday, and we talk about money. Because in the community, we need to understand business and finance and money, how to use it, how to get it, how to keep it, and how to make it work for us. That's what we need. So we need more discussions on this. So join me every Thursday at 8 a.m. on WTPS 1080 a.m. as we discuss more about money. You all wanted it. Get a lot of emails, calls. Saying we need to talk more about this because this 3 hours that I have on Saturday, it's absolutely free, but I know it leaves you thirsting for more. Every time you learn something about money, finance, economics, you're supposed to share it with your neighbors, with your friends, with your loved ones. We got to start having these kinds of discussions. You know, I wrote an article. Matter of fact, it'll be coming out next week in the Miami Times. And I called it Changing Places. Changing places. Now, what do I mean by changing places? See, for a long time, a lot of people of color have felt that we've been wrongly done. That back during the slaves got freed, they was promised 40 acres in the Muse. And a lot of us feel like we need to be paid, and we have not been paid like a lot of the other ethnic groups. But it doesn't seem like they're going to do that. So you got to get over that. No sense in blaming. See, I have a plan. And that's why I want to talk about corporations in the top of the hour. See, if you can't beat them, you got to join them. If you can't beat them, you got to join them. What I mean by changing places. Can you imagine having the rich, smart folks working for you? You don't always have to work for them. If you're working for them physically, mentally, let them work for you. How do you do that? How do you make somebody rich and wealthy and so-called smart and genius? How do you put them to work for you, especially if you don't personally know them? Well, you don't have to. You know the best way to put somebody who's making money and just driving and being prosperous and building Fortune 500 companies, you know the best way to be on the same team as they are is to put your money where they put their money. Buy shares in their companies. Think about it. Think about it. Buy shares in their company. Now, who's the slave and who's the master? You don't even have to go and work for Johnson & Johnson. You could just buy into Johnson & Johnson big conglomerate. As they make money, guess who else making money? Lil' old you. Think about it. Think about it. You think McDonald's? 50 million people every day go into McDonald's and spend money. They got 31,000 stores. You ain't got to go flip no burgers. You ain't got to get mad at McDonald's because they building on your corner. Guess what? You can't beat them, join them. You could buy shares, $49, $50 a share. You could buy shares in their company. And as they make money, you make money. When I was matter of fact, I was out of town. I was in Nevada, and a good Reverend Dr. Dennis Jackson called me about 8 o'clock, 8:30 in the morning. He said, Mr. Henderson, it's Dennis Jackson. I need to see you. Need to make another investment. Now, you know, y'all talking about I come down on pastors. I mean, I always say everybody. You can't say all pastors are bad. This guy here, it's about 2 years ago, I remember he contacted me. And he said, Henderson, he said, the kids that's in our church, I want to get them some bonds, you know, scholarships, and get them some U.S. savings bonds. I said, U.S. savings bonds? How in the world? That's antiquated, man. That's like telling the kids you want to get them a horse and buggy to ride down I-95. That's old-fashioned, man. You got to come up to the new thing, ownership. So I explained to him, instead of buying U.S. savings bond with the slave mentality, buy stocks, invest in companies. So I think at the time, McDonald's was about $20 a share. He might have had about 20 or 30 kids. He bought each of them some shares. The church, rather, bought each of them some shares. And then we had a program where the kids and their parents came up. And I presented them with the shares. Can you believe, you know how beautiful that was? They had a little dinner. Man, chills to be coming down y'all back now as I'm talking about. Can you think, what's the name of his church? I think it's Praise and Worship. Christian Praise and Worship. A little small church. Never heard no big church doing this. Little small church. Reverend Dennis Jackson, what an idea. He had courage, reached out. And I explained to him, do you know we bought them shares for each of them kids for like $20 a share 2 years ago? Do you know that thing about $50 now? 20 and 20 is 40. It done doubled. Where in the world could you pay $20 for something and in 2 years it's at $50? That's like putting $2,000 in a CD. In 2 years, it ain't gonna be worth $5,000. If you put $20,000 in an investment, and in 2 years, $50,000. It's like paying. As a matter of fact, let's go bigger with the numbers. Let's put some more zeros on that too. Let's say you bought a home for $200,000, and 2 years later, it's worth $500,000. See the math? 2, 5, 2, 5. Go from 2 to 5. That's good. That's how them people make money. Ain't none of them children flip not one burger at McDonald's, but they are on the roster as part owners of a multi-billion-dollar company. McDonald's is the number one real estate owner in the world. Think about that. And each of those kids, before they can go ahead and cash those shares, they must learn about stocks. They're not going. They will not forget the pastor the rest of their life. The pastor right there was the first person that introduced them to ownership, shares, in a conglomerate like McDonald's. Think about just how deep. Think about that as a demonstration. Now that's a demonstration. That's why I don't mind sharing that with you. Because I want the light bulb to go off in some of y'all minds. Think about it. That's what we missing, black folks. That's what we missing, Latinos. That's what we missing. And some of y'all white people that don't get it, just because y'all white don't mean all you get it. Y'all missing that too. You ain't got to have a whole lot of money. You got to have courage. And what is courage? A state or quality of mind, a spirit that enable one to face danger. You go out there, you buy U.S. savings bonds, give it to the government. You don't know what the government doing. They're going to pay you that little pittance 5 years from now. And you might not get that. Well, everybody I know, when they get ready to turn them bonds in, they dissatisfied. Guarantees. No guarantees in life. You got to understand that. Changing places. Think about it. If you working for the county, the city, if you're on fixed income and you know how much money you're going to make every pay period, you can't take your savings or your money, extra money, and go and fix it. If you fix, how you going to fix your money? You got to have wings on your money. You got to look at your money like a little birdie. You kiss it and say, go, fly away, little birdie. Come back and bring me more. Come back and bring me more. You can't be afraid. And there's nothing wrong. I want to clear this up. When I talk about county workers and city workers, and I do a metaphor and saying that, that's like being on a plantation. Let me tell you something. We need county and city workers. We need government workers. Somebody got to do the work. I only fault you when you just want to do that. When you just feel like you want to have the city or the government just taking care of you, and you feel like no more brains for you, and you feel you can't think outside the box, that's when it's a problem. See, if you're getting benefits, okay. I understand that. You got a guaranteed salary, I understand that too. But that can't be 100% of you. You got to take that money and parlay it into ownership. Whether you're buying real estate or you're buying shares into these multi-billion-dollar companies. That's what you got to do. You can't just keep on living from paycheck to paycheck and spending all your money. That's when you're a fool. That's my point. Heck, I ain't always been a business owner, self-employed entrepreneur. I started out, I worked for Channel 4 for 5 years. But I looked down the line. Not only was I nearsighted, but I was short-sighted. Not only was I short-sighted, but I was far-sighted too. I was able to look at close up and down the line. And I seen Miss Cora and some of them that been there 20 years. Man, I said, this ain't for me. So I took a chance and I left the plantation. So I'm saying some of you all who are working and been on your jobs, that's okay, that's good. You can put one leg there and one leg on the outside. But you got to free your money. You can't tie your money up and put them in those CDs and guarantee. Let me tell you something. The real world and rich people ain't getting no 5%, 10% on their money. Let me get people out here, especially now, since the market is booming, mutual funds. Man, mutual funds are returning 30 and 40% a year. What you doing sitting back there getting 6%, 10%, 3%, some of y'all? Now, understand this. It's the timing for this. It's the timing. I couldn't be telling you people doubling their money. We got clients that doubled their money in the last 6 months, a lot of them. But I couldn't be saying this in the year 2000. In the year 2000, it wasn't time for stocks and mutual funds. They just wasn't rolling. Just like in 1998, 1997, real estate hadn't boomed yet. Everything is on a timer. Everything is on a time. Ain't no such thing as no genius in terms of what he can predict. All this thing is on time. Like I can tell you that fall is coming. I can tell you that spring is coming. I can tell you that summer will come again. I can tell you that. I tell you winter is coming. So those people you see on CNBC and Kramer and all the rest of them, come on, man, them people ain't no genius. All this stuff is timing. Timing. For the most part, people who don't understand economics and finance don't understand the timing game. Everything is timing. If you're trying to sell watermelons and it ain't watermelon season, you're going to hate watermelons. You got to sell watermelon when watermelon season. And you got to plant corn and collards. Think about what I'm saying. I don't want nobody out there who's listening to this radio to buy another U.S. savings bond for your child, teaching them how to be a slave. See? Fear. You got to kick fear, but fear and doubt would wipe you out. You can't do nothing if you scared. And if you ain't got nothing, sense in you being scared. If you feel you down low, what you scared for? You need to be taking the chances. People that got a whole lot supposed to be scared. Scared of losing a whole lot. If you ain't got nothing, why in the world you scared? And you get mad and you say you priced out the market. You can't afford it. And the price kept going higher and higher. But it came to an end. The universe always corrects itself. It always. But you have a time that you get in. You have a time. Collard greens don't just grow year-round. Peas don't grow year-round. Oranges, they come out a certain time. Think about it. All this stuff is natural. Mangoes, you ain't mangoes all year round. Mango season. Stock season, real estate season. You got to understand the big picture. You don't have to be a genius. You just got to have some common sense and stop going for the okie doke. Okie doke meaning that being that greed. The only time I ever lost money, whether it's in real estate or stock, was through greed. Greed kills in any form. I don't care if it's driving too fast, drinking too much sex, too much whatever. Too much is just too much. It will kill you, hurt you, and destroy you. Too much. Too much lying to tear you apart. Greed kills in any form. So when you start looking at this investment game, you got to have balance. You ought to know you're going wrong if you got all your money in fixed guaranteed investments. If you got all your money in fixed guaranteed investments, you heavily overloaded. You're not balanced. You're not balanced. If you got all your money where it's 100% protected, you not being all you could be. You missing the magic. You are truly missing the magic. And some of you are just spending your money. Spending your money. Let me tell you the difference between a rich man and a poor man. A rich man, got a caller here. We're almost out. I said I won't take any calls, but let me get Fitz right here. Fitz, are you there?
Yes, Mr. Henderson. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How you doing?
No, right. I think you're preaching to me this morning.
I am?
Yes. You're talking about timing. Listen, I'm in the county, and the 457. I watched the Dow Jones slide probably about 1,000 points in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's been.
And I got to call you and find out because my timing schedule is 2.5 years retirement, and so any little rollback that takes place in the 457 kind of gives me some hiccups. But then when you talk about not only timing, but you talk about courage, I say, oh, that brother is talking to me this morning. Let me call and tell him.
Well, the shoe fit, you got to wear, right?
Oh, yes, the cap fit. But I didn't mean, I see you on a roll. I didn't want to interrupt you for too long. I just wanted, if you're going to touch that Dow Jones and that touch with that.
You got it. I'll touch on it right now, all right?
Hey, buddy, thanks a lot. I see you on Thursday, okay?
You got it.
All right, man. Thanks. Mm-hmm. All right.
Well, Mr. Fitz said I touched him. I'm pretty sure I touched a whole lot of you. Let me explain to you so you all get a big picture. Because you got to get understanding. And all you're getting, you get understanding. We have to have rollbacks. We have to have hiccups. You know what it's like? Think about this. It's like it's just being sunny and hot in South Florida all year long. If it's sunny and hot in South Florida all year long, can anybody think about the grass? Lake Okeechobee? Do you know what problems that would just bring? You gotta. See, you gotta have some rain. That's good. That's good. That's naturally good. You gotta have some hiccups in the stock market. When I just gave you an example about 2 years ago when McDonald's was like $20 a share and the preacher bought shares for most of the kids and gave scholarships in McDonald's 2 years ago, it was at $20. Do you know when we bought those shares for $20, the next month they was at $19? And I think the following months it was at $18. But you got to understand, that's just nature. You yourself don't have good days all 365 days a year. You don't have good days. Sometimes you feel like you don't want to be bothered. Especially you women if you're over 40 years old. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Hot and cold. Just come on, y'all know. But that don't make you bad. You don't cash you in. This stuff is nature, natural. You have to look at it. See, believe it or not, I bought a stock last year. About $9 a share. Matter of fact, it's a technology stock. Right now, the stock is around about $19. It's 100% in a year. But let me tell you something. That company doesn't go up like Apple and Google and a lot of exciting crock. They don't go up like that. You know, that stock go up 10 cents in a day, 13 cents. Sometimes it go up 40 cents in a day. Then the next day it may go back down 3 cents a share. What I mean by that, if you pay $9 for it, the next day it may be $9.13. The following day, the value of the share may be $9.23. Then the following day, be $9.10. It did that for a whole year. But by the end of the year, that darn thing, man, had done went to $18. It had done creeped and crawled. And let me tell you something. Right now, they're getting ready to come out with something that's going to change the world. I'm not talking about Apple. I'm talking about it's another technology. And it's only like $19 a share. They're getting ready to come. Man, I done bought like 20,000 shares of that thing. But and guess what? My point here is that I want it to drop. I don't want it to go to 19 and 20 right now because I'm looking at over the next 2 to 3 years it being $100 a share. But every day, I don't even want it to go up. You know why? Because I want to keep putting more money in it. I want it to drop down to about 17. See, Brother Fitz will have a fit like that. Like, oh, no. I want it to drop down. You know, it's like when the real estate boom was booming, and some of you all who wasn't catching it, the train was leaving. Prices just kept going up and up and up. And you start complaining. You wish the prices would just slow down a little bit so you can get on. But they just kept going and going. At certain times, you can't plant them at the same time. So right now, so I'm telling you all about stocks and ownership and mutual funds and ETFs and equity investments. That's because the time is good. There's going to come a time where you got to pull out. And that's why diversification is good. Same thing. Got somebody online too. It's Joseph. Joseph, you there, my brother?
Yes, I'm there.
Got a question or comment?
Yeah, I have a question. You know, when you purchase a new home, you get a flood of, like, I guess, mortgage insurance. You know, they try to sell this insurance.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Well, all right, let me take your, okay, I'll tell you why you're on the line. Mortgage, they call it mortgage insurance because it sounds really good when you get a home and they tell you if you drop dead, your home will be paid off, right?
Right.
And let's say you 30 years old and or 35 years old, because most 30-year-olds they don't have no home. let's say especially nowadays. Let's say you're 35 years old, okay, and you purchase a home and the mortgage is $200,000 or $250,000. Well, if you go get that insurance, what they're trying to sell you, it's gonna in case your house burned down, I don't know, in case your house, in case you drop dead, that insurance costs you more than just a straight life insurance.
Okay.
You follow me?
Yeah, I follow you.
See, I can sell that, but I just don't have the conscience to do that to people, man. See, that insurance say if you drop dead, the house is paid off. That costs you twice as much as a regular life insurance. And I'm gonna tell you the bad part about that type of life insurance. That type of mortgage insurance. As soon as we come back off this air, it's 8:00. Okay.
Okay.
All right, bro.
All right.
Keep it locked.
News Talk 1080 AM WTPS. Coral Gables, Miami-Dade, Broward, and the Palm Beaches. The People's Station. News Talk 1080 WTPS. It's the People's Attorney, Warren Ballantyne, 10 to 1 p.m.
You know what? I want to switch this up just a little bit. Let's go to Marion. Marion, you say after this doctor story, you no longer want to be an organ donor.
That is exactly right, because that disabled man, he was a minority. And that leads me to believe that even though we are minorities, I think that the minorities will be at the bottom of the list.
Warren Ballantyne on News Talk 1080 WTPS.
Black people, a stroke doesn't care about your money or status. Know that it could be a stroke if suddenly you have problems speaking or seeing. Maybe one side gets numb or weak. If any of these occur, act immediately. Call 911. This is Kelly Price.
Blacks have a higher occurrence of stroke. Why is that? Call 1-888-4STROKE or visit www.strokeassociation.org. Time lost is brain lost. A public service message brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
Hurricane season is here, and it's incumbent for News Talk 1080 WTPS to bring you the best hurricane coverage in South Florida. That's why we've teamed up with our news partners CBS 4 to bring you the best and latest and up-to-the-minute hurricane coverage. We'll keep you informed before the hurricane and after the hurricane. We've got you covered, South Florida. We are your hurricane information stations, CBS 4 and News Talk 1080 WTPS. News Talk 1080 WTPS, the People's Station, the place where you are heard.
We're back live. It's all about money. Understanding money. Yes, it's all about the money. WTPS, the People Station, 1080 inside your ear hole. WTPS, the People Station, where information is power, but it's not power unless you use it. You got to have the courage to use it. You got to come out of your square. You got to make a change. Your children are watching you. You're being watched whether you know you're being watched. Somebody's watching. It's like my little nephew who I took him to see the canyons and went over to see Hoover Dam, and then I took him on down to Las Vegas Strip, the kids. And by the time we got to the airport, he said, Uncle Robert, you know what I'm going to do when I grow up? What I'm going to be? I said, what? He said, a stockbroker. I said, a stockbroker? He said, yeah. He said, I'm going to be a writer. So who you know that write? Uncle Robert, you write. And he said, then I'm going to also have a business. I have my own business. See, just that demonstration. When you take them and see it, they need kids, all this talk that we do. Talk is nothing. Demonstration. Now, let me finish what a brother called in, Joseph, and he wanted to understand this when you buy a house, how you're getting bombarded with this insurance, this mortgage insurance. That basically says if you die, your mortgage will be paid off. Let me explain that to you. And I was giving an example, a visual. An example, if you're 35, 40 years old, and you have a mortgage balance of $250,000, let's just say, a $250,000 life insurance policy probably going to cost you maybe $250 a year. Got to make a demonstration. Let me take this guy here. Who's it? Diedrich on line 2. Diedrich don't know our format now, but I'm going to take you, Diedrich, because I don't want to have you on the line long. Diedrich.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I was that foolish, immature person, myself. Everything, as far as trying to gain money, I'm trying to go in and get the big hit. But I'm not actually starting to look into the stock market and purchase different things. And I was, what you were talking about earlier as far as the stock that you purchased that's now, I believe you said about $17 that you think is going to boom in the future. I want to know if you had mentioned the name of that because I missed it because I had just actually got into my car. And if you did, can you please repeat it again for me?
All right, I'll answer you off. I'll hang up and answer, okay? You hang up and then I'll answer, okay?
Yes.
All right, Dietrich. Have a good one. This is the first time calling?
First time calling.
So that means that you have some courage.
You have who?
You have courage. That's our word today, having courage. Courage to call.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I just actually started tuning into the station last weekend.
Well, how did you find out about the station, the show?
Actually, my girlfriend, she was telling me about it.
Girlfriend, them girls on the road, ain't they? Boy, these girls on the road. All right,
yeah,
brother.
man, we really do need to be more like them.
All right, bro. All right, I'll answer your question.
Okay, appreciate it.
All right. Man, them females, boy, these black females on the road. My goodness gracious alive. Putting the brothers to shame. But I still got to fault them black females, too. And I'm going to get into that since Lyndon not here. As soon as I answer his question, he asked me about this stock that I was talking about. See, I'm not going to tell you the stock that I'm talking about on the air. You have to come to my office, and then I'll tell you about it, see? Because if I told you about it and somebody out there go and buy the stock and it don't perform, I don't want them suing me. You know we live in a litigious society. You see what happened to Michael Vick? I don't trust a whole lot of people. See, I think the aliens have landed. I told my mama that. I said, I think the aliens. Now, I got a code name. You've been bitten. I think a lot of us been bitten by the aliens in us, and we act crazy. See, I believe that. My mama tell me, don't you say on there, people gonna think you crazy. They can think I'm crazy. I think they crazy. I'm scared of people down there. Right? I think the aliens have landed. I think the aliens done got in us. A whole lot of people. They don't even know they don't know. They programmed to be crazy. So I try to stay far from them people. And I could tell you when you're an alien. As soon as you start opening your mouth and the things you say. I'm an alien watch outer. Keep my eye out for weed. I'm aliens. But let me answer you. I cannot tell you about, when you come to my office, sit down, and then we'll talk about it. It depends on your situation. But it's a technology company. But I'm looking for it, boy. I tell you, I'm buying it. I think it's going to be $100 a share, but it ain't going to happen until like 2 years from now. All right? But that's planning. But see, look at that. I'm saying 2 years from now. Some of y'all want it tomorrow to pay a bill. No. It don't work like that. You cannot put a seed in the ground as being a farmer. You want some collard greens. You can't put a seed in the ground today and tomorrow the collard greens up. No. Some of y'all go out there and try to eat the seed. Can't do that. That's not natural. It's not the laws of nature. Don't work like that. Grown folks, call yourself grown. Start thinking grown. Timing. He started saying his girlfriend told him, these sisters on the road, man. But one thing I got to, I'm going to say it since London out here. Sisters, I wish you all would start demanding more respect. I wish you sisters, man, if you sisters tell these brothers, If y'all lock the door, the gate is closed. The door is closed. No, y'all can make a brother. Because half the brothers in jail right now because of sisters. What I mean by that is money. Money to impress sisters. Money to get something. They want to look good, flies, bling bling, so they can go get a girl, you know? That's what it is. Tell them, if y'all sisters start breaking down and say, no. You gotta, your pants can't be hanging down. You gotta get all that stuff off your face. I mean, come on. See, the sisters throughout the nation, matter of fact, throughout the world. You notice every country, they refer to it as she, America, her, every country, civilization, just life itself, women. So when you see me in the black community going down, boy, I tell you, only thing I look at take it back to the origin, take it back to what the cause, not the effect, the cause. The women not right. And y'all women, man, come on, you know y'all women not right. Sister girl, sleeping with somebody else's husband, sister girl, sister, man, please. And the brother can't do nothing without y'all unless they call it rape. You don't see a whole lot of rape charges in the black community. That means some woman done said okay. Man, sisters, y'all doing, but I'm gonna tell you something. Them sisters, got a sister boy in Miramar, in Miami Gardens. They're running things over there. The mayor. Oh my goodness, I got to give her a shout out. Man, I was driving down the street. I'm looking at Miami Gardens. Now, that's courage. Them black folks over there got Miami Gardens looking good, man. Man, you see the palm trees. Man, you see, oh, my goodness. Now, that's a change. That took courage. That's called voting, getting together, and making a change. I'm going to tell you who else doing something. Miramar. Man, you see all them Jamaicans and West Indians, wherever. I mean, you see that commission? And them black folks on that commission, man. Do you see how Miramar good, Maryland? So that proves black folks can run things. They voted them people in. They running things. Man, you see how good Maryland, they got not only the west side, but the east side is coming. A whole lot of development going on the east side now. I don't know what's going on with Dade County, City of Miami. Boy, y'all keep on electing the same fools over and over and over. You know, keep doing the same fools. The same, y'all keep re-electing them. They're not demonstrating nothing. And y'all keep on re-electing them. I don't understand. And half of y'all don't even come out and vote to get them out of office. So his same cronies and same friends keep re-electing them. That don't make sense. That's why in the city, that's why in Dade County, they running over black people. They don't care. They find all black people who are in key positions. They don't care because we don't vote. They figure we got no power. They can't do that mess in Miami Gardens. They ain't doing that. They're not doing it because Miami Gardens is looking, we sick and tired. We getting ready to come up, and they coming up, man. Same thing with Miramar. Does everything that a poor man does not do. A rich man saves more money than he spends. That's all. Simple as that. Addition and subtraction. If you make $500 a week and you spend $500 a week, how you getting ahead? Simple as that. Simple as that. If you make $500 a week and you spend $500 a week, how are you going to go forward? If you make $500 a week and you spend $600 a week, how do you spend it? Because you use $100 on credit card, you going backwards. Simple as that. Now you're a genius. Now you are a genius. Simple as that. And you know the sad part about it, you call yourself grown, irresponsible. You know, that's why I don't like this blame game. Blame. Blame the white man, blame the yellow man, blame the red man, blame. The problem is you. You are the problem. You can't stop yourself. You are the problem. Look in the mirror. This is hour for soul searching. Stop blaming anybody. Got to take a station break. It's 7:45. You're listening to Robert Henderson Jr., Certified Financial Planner on WTPS 1080 AM inside your ear hole. I'm here alone going solo. I don't have Linda here to debate me. Good, I can get everything off my chest when she come back. We'll be right back. Keep it locked.
WTPS, the People Station, the place where you are heard. Al Sharpton is keeping it real all across the country. Weekdays 1 to 4 p.m.
When we see the news, buy a newspaper, listen to a radio station, and you look at Ebony or Jet nationally, and then look at some of the white publications nationally, you would almost think you were in two different worlds, and you're in the same market.
We're keeping it real on News Talk 1080 WTPS. Like what you're hearing on your station?
It seems to me that a lot of black folks in America use communism things. Let's do a show on that.
Express yourself. Call our comment line, 305-642-5445. Good comments or bad.
You shouldn't debate your host so vehemently.
We're going to listen to you, South Florida. Got a show idea you want to talk about? 305-642-5445. You're speaking, and we're listening. News Talk 1080. WTPS.
Saturday, August 4th, Miami-Dade County Health Department will host back-to-school health fairs from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Arcola Lakes Park, 1301 Northwest 83rd Street, First Baptist Church of Brownsville, 4600 Northwest 23rd Avenue, and Mount Tabor Missionary Baptist Church, 1701 Northwest 66th Street. Want to learn how to move from snail mail to electronic mail? The main library in Miami on 101 West Flagler will have an introduction to emails from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Interested in how the non-Latino immigrant vote can count? From noon until 2 p.m., the Asian American Journalists Association will host a town hall meeting at the Miami Hyatt Regency, 400 Southeast 2nd Avenue, on the impact of the emerging immigrant vote. For more information, contact 202-296-2300. I am Sandy Bell, and we are News Talk 1080, keeping you connected to your community.
Your voice, your station. News Talk 1080 WTPS, the People Station.
Yep, we're back. Understanding money. It's all about money. I got to get you all to just, I got to get you to understand. I got to get a light bulb effect so you can understand these hiccups when the market drop. It's good, man. It's good. It's like Macy's having a 50% sale off some item. Don't look at it as bad. So you can't just think for now. See, when you're nearsighted means that you could see things up close, but you can't see things down the road. You can't see far. And farsighted means that you can't see things up close, but you can see things down the road. See, you gotta see if like me, I wear glasses. See, I'm nearsighted. I don't need glasses to read. I take my glasses off. See, but then I have glasses, so when I need to look far, I put them on. You follow me? So I'm ready for both. Something up close and something up far. Some of you all know y'all need some glasses. Some of y'all can't read nothing. Y'all can't see nothing up close. It's right staring in your face. The gold, the diamonds, the opportunity is right in front of you. You can't see. You too busy looking down the road. And some of you all just looking right in front of you. That's all you can see. You can't even see. You can't even see that. You haven't even thought it through. You can't even think it through. You just do things off impulse. You don't even know you don't even think about the consequences. You like some old dummy that go into 7-Eleven and just rob. Don't even think about the cameras. Don't even know. And you know how many people incarcerated for doing dumb stuff? Not even thinking about it. What you was thinking? That's because they were only nearsighted. They couldn't see down the road. So when it comes to investing, let me tell you something. Everybody who invests, see, you got to have both skills. When I buy any investment, I buy some for short term. I buy some that I think gonna blossom in 6 months. I even buy stuff that I think gonna blossom in 3 to 4 years from now. And the ones that 3 to 4 years from now, when I'm waiting 3 to 4 years, those always pay off big time. Big time. It seems like everybody who understands patience make the most money. They're like the grown folks. Patience. The young kids, they don't have no patience. That's why they always slip and fall. But it seems like even from the mobster, the people who plan, the developers, the dreamers, the builders, everybody who got a dream, it don't happen tomorrow. If you got a dream, you want to develop something, bring something to fruition, man, it takes time. Look at Noah. Can you imagine that? Everybody in the spiritual scriptures had to be equipped, had to have a vision. They had to be not only nearsighted, but farsighted also. They had to. It's the same thing that happened. If you continue to keep trying to day trade and want to get something quick now, a fool and his money should surely part. It don't work like that. And I got to get you people to understand it don't work like that. Black folks, man, we got to stop being impatient. You got to plan. All of us are farmers. You never seen no farmer today go out and put seeds in the ground. Tomorrow is harvest time. It just don't work like that. Only infants think like that. Immature people think like that. Children, childlike minds think like that. Stop all this hurry up, hurry up. Hurry up for what? The good stuff, you never see nothing good. Hurry up. Fast food, get you fat quick. Sit down and have some, bake the chicken. Take some time. Put all the ingredients in. That's the best kind of food. Stop all this hurry up. People that understand life know it don't work like that. Only a fool go for the rabbit every time. Now, it's 8:15. My goodness, time is booming. Every time I turn around, man, it's 8:15. Every time I turn around, Gibson in the house. How you doing, my Gibson, my brother? Good morning. You losing, the insurance company gaining. I don't like that. I don't like that. As the coverage drop, as the mortgage balance drop, I think the insurance premium should drop. Don't you all? I think that's where it should be. Everything should be in sync. If you're going to insure me for $250,000 because that's the mortgage, every year when the mortgage go down, my payment should go down because you're insuring me for less. But they don't work like that. And people don't understand it. So you far better just getting a regular term life insurance or something. You drop dead, house paid off. You take the life insurance and just have the beneficiary pay off the house. Simple as that. All right? We got Frank. Frank, I'm gonna take Frank. After that, please hold your calls because we're getting ready to get into what Gibson has just came into the studio. And we're gonna talk about trust because I want to talk about corporations. I got to give you all a different point of view of what a corporation is. Frank, are you there?
Good morning. How you doing?
Good, Frank. Good.
Excellent program. This week has been kind of rocky, and last week as far as the stock market, so I'm just holding on to my boots. I got like a two-part question, and I'll get off there and let you answer once I ask the question. In purchasing stock, in the stock market, there's something called a put and a VIC. Could you explain to me how that works and what's the benefit of doing that when you're buying a stock in the stock market and the volatility, how it is now?
Are you talking about like put as in options, puts and calls?
Yes, puts and a VIC.
And a VIC. The VIC is the volatility of the market when the market just basically, which has been doing. The VIC, you can actually, white folks have stuff where you can actually invest and make money based on how volatile the stock market is. Okay, and then a put is basically when you actually make money on the downside. Every time the stock market drops, you make money. That's like being a contrarian. That's going against the grain. That's what it is. And a lot of people make a lot of money buying puts. When you think that the market and the season is over for stocks, then you buy puts. You can make just as much money on the downside as going on the upside. But Frank, the question that you're asking is kind of sophisticated. You know what? Later on in this year, I think I'm going to start trying to bring people up the par. But so many of our listeners are in the elementary level in terms of investing in money. I just got to get them to understand this economics and capitalism. That's what we're going to talk about corporations today, just to get a big scope.
I'm sorry about that.
No. But Frank, you can always call my office, and me and you can really get down and play chess with this thing, okay?
Okay, so as far as the rest of this quarter, just hold on. No matter what you have, just hold on to your boots. Don't sell. Don't buy anything. Just hold on.
Well, see, anytime it's the season, see, really, Frank, I actually like these hiccups. I mean, because I got some stocks that up, man. I want to come down because I want to buy more. I got new clients that's coming in. I want to get them on some of them shares, but the shares keep going up. I don't like that. I want the shares to halt a little bit because I'm not just thinking for a quick hit. It depends on what type of investor you are, Frank. If you're a short-term investor where you're just trying to make a quick hit, then right now you having some awful times.
No, I'm a long-term investor.
Oh, if you're a long-term investor, baby boy, I mean, you forget about it's raining right now. I mean, if you know that if you feel that you're gonna make Christmas right now, and here it is in August and it's raining, you ain't worried because you know the time gonna come. You know Christmas you already planning for Christmas. But if you think that the doctor told you only got another week or two to live, then you worry. But if you feel like, hey, you gonna be around, then it's okay. So right now, when the market drop, it's good. I hope it drop on Monday. Be honest with you.
Okay, good. I'll call your office. I appreciate it.
Call my office. All right.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, man, I love when the stores have sales. I love when the market have sales, Gibson. When they have sales, man, I feel so good, man. Because I'm still in this, man. I understand. I understand the big picture. And I want my audience to understand the big picture, man. Stop going for the quick flash in the pan. The story has already been told, ladies and gentlemen. The story has been told. The story I'm talking about is the tortoise and the hare, the rabbit and the turtle. It's already been told. It's there for you. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Now, even though most of you have heard of this story about the rabbit and the turtle having a race, you should have learned about that in grade school. Everybody know who understand. If you have never heard of the story, I suggest you go find out and ask somebody about the story. The turtle and the rabbit. The turtle won. Now, I know it appeared like the rabbit was going to win, but there's a lot of wisdom in that story. That's life. See, the rabbit is the dope boy, the boy that sold the dope. That's the rabbit. He fast, he caught all that. That's the rabbit. That's the rabbit. All the hot shots are the rabbit. But the story has already been told. We know who won. But I bet you we called a race today. No, not even a race. I bet if we put bets on who is going to win out of a rabbit and the turtle, even though we already know who won, I bet you 90% of the people, especially the people who are not living prosperously, will bet on the will bet on the rabbit, even though they know that the turtle won. 90% of the people who are not living prosperously, 90% of the people who are scared, 90% of the people who are just nearsighted, 90% of the people who don't have faith, 90% of the people just feel like they got to hurry up because they behind, will bet on that rabbit, even though the story and the results are already in. Just something inside of them. This time, oh no, this time. Nah, this time the rabbit gonna win. This time, no, the story ain't changing. The turtle will win. That's it. That's it. That's it. Get it? The turtle won and will continue to win. That is your goal through life. So you've got to be like a farmer. Plant your seeds. Now, if you get good, see, you plant your seeds 1 week, another week, then they will start coming. Your harvest will start coming. When harvest time do come, they start coming just one after the other. Now you're starting to eat good. Now, but it takes time to get to that point. See, when I buy stocks or buy, even right now, I'm telling a lot of people, hey, real estate. A lot of people hating real estate, a lot of foreclosures. Some people want to buy right now. I'm saying, yeah, hold on, not now, just almost, not now. Wait till the stock market start booming. When the stock market start booming and everybody buying stocks, guess what we gonna be buying? Real estate. Real estate. Then I'm gonna tell all my clients, buy. They're gonna be like, well, buy stock. No. Stocks are in the headlines. How they making all kind of money. You got at least another 2-3 years for this boom market in stocks, okay? But then everybody in it, and then I'm pulling my clients out of it. You're gonna be selling. You're gonna be selling. Guess what we're gonna be buying? The boring stuff. Real estate. You know why? Because when stocks boom, their season's gonna end. But we ain't gonna be there for the end. We're going to be in real estate. So when the stock's in, guess what's going to be booming? Real estate. Y'all get it? Do y'all get it? Do you really, really get it? So please, grown folks, stop acting childlike. And hurry up, mommy, hurry up. I want it now. I want it now. Please, grown folks, stop. I want it now. It don't work like that. Mature. But if you get that insurance, now let me back this up. So if you get a $250,000 life insurance policy, and let's say you get it over 15 years or 30 years where the premium stays the same, $250 for the next 15 years or the next 30 years. It doesn't change. That's what you pay every year for a $250,000 policy just in case you drop dead. Now, you know if you got a life insurance with a $250,000 policy, in 15 years, the balance of your mortgage should be less than that $250,000 life insurance policy, correct? Correct. And remember, for 15 years, you still stuck paying the same $250 annually. That's good. As opposed to this mortgage insurance crap that they just like to push on you. Let's say day one, he goes out and he takes out a $250,000 mortgage. And then he gets that insurance, that mortgage insurance that says that if you drop dead, the balance of your mortgage will be paid off. Well, let's say 15 years and they're charging him, well, they'll probably charge him, I don't know, $50 a month. So it's going to be, $50 a month. So he's going to be paying $600 a year as opposed to $250 a year with the regular life insurance, term insurance, okay? So let's say the mortgage insurance people say, okay, you have a $250,000 mortgage. If you drop dead, your house will be paid off. 15 years from now, he's still going to be paying $50 a month, $600 a year. But 15 years from now, the balance of his mortgage, if he's making his mortgage payments, it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be $250,000 to pay off his house. It's going to be less. So if he dropped dead, they're going to pay off less. They're going to pay off, remember, they pay off the balance of the mortgage. The longer he stay in that house, the more he pay it off. The insurance company is off the hook for paying that. So if you pay the house off quick, good to have you back again. Gibson, we got to finish what we started, man. I got a lot of emails, a lot of calls about this trust thing, man. I figured I wanted to have you back on, and we just segue right into this corporation thing, okay? Why don't we recap last Saturday about we was talking about trust. And remember we started talking about trust and what a trust can do, and it's like a fictitious person, like a fake person.
Yes, it's a trust rule. One of the things that we talked about is a trust robot. For example, if you're in a coma. So what the trust would do is it will collect all of your stuff. It would also it would function in the sense that it will take your place. It would also carry out some of your wishes. For example, if you had a bank account that was in the name of the trust would be able to pay some of your bills.
Yeah, Gibson, let's take this break right here, and then we're going to go into more of that. But it's 8:17. When we come back, we'll continue, and we'll go into the trust, and then we'll segue to the corporations, okay? All right.
The following is an OnStar conversation.
OnStar Center, how may I help you?
Hi, I am calling because my car was stolen in the night, and we've just finished talking to the police, and then it occurred to me to call you guys.
Oh, goodness, I'm sorry to hear that happened, but I'll be happy to help you. Do you know the 4-digit security code?
331.
If your vehicle is stolen, OnStar can use GPS technology to help authorities locate it.
I have already begun attempting to locate your vehicle.
Boy, oh boy, thank you very much.
It's Laura with OnStar. I have already released the location of your vehicle to the police department.
You did find it?
Yes.
That is unbelievable.
Is there anything else I can help you with at this time?
Gee, yeah, my house for...
I don't know about that.
No deal, huh?
Stolen vehicle location assistance is just one of many OnStar services available on over 50 GM models. The first year of OnStar service is included on new OnStar-equipped GM vehicles. To experience OnStar, press your blue button or visit OnStar.com. OnStar active.
Steffa Henry was last seen at Pepper's Cafe, located on 3828 North University Drive in Fort Lauderdale at 1 in the morning on May 29th. Steffa, a 22-year-old college graduate from Brooklyn, New York, was in town for the Memorial Day weekend. She left her aunt's home in Miami Gardens in a dark-colored 4-door Acura Integra with an unknown person or persons. She arrived at Pepper's but has not been seen since. Now the police and Steffa's family need your help.
She came here with her 16-year-old sister to celebrate her birthday.
If you have any information that could help police find Steffa Henry, please call Miami-Dade Detective Brizette Robert at 305-418-7200 or Miami-Dade Crime Stoppers at 305-471-8477. Again, if you have any information regarding the whereabouts of Steffa Henry, please call Miami-Dade Detective Brizette Robert 305-418-7200 or Miami-Dade Crime Stoppers at 305-471-8477.
Thank you very much.
He's coming.
Why you gotta hate on me like that?
And he wants to make you laugh.
I want to run my cafeteria the way you make love. Alone.
A man with 1,000 faces plus 1,000,000 laughs times 5 nights a week. You do the math. Cedric the Entertainer is coming to TV1. And it starts with a marathon of all new episodes. Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern and Pacific. Followed by Stage Black at 10 p.m.
Dreams are as big as you want them to be.
TV1 is looking for the next star of the stage. Some will have it.
A-B-C-D-E-F-G.
And some won't.
Spangled banner that way.
TV1 and award-winning playwright David E. Talbert present a new reality series, Stage Black. Who will be discovered? This Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern and Pacific, followed by a kickoff marathon of Cedric the Entertainer Presents, only on TV1. Available on Comcast Cable and DirecTV Channel 241.
News Talk 1080 WTPS, the People Station, the place where you are heard.
Yes, we're back. We're back. Understanding Money. I'm live in the studios, WTPS, the People Station, 1080 AM in your ear hole. And I'm joined live here. Linda is out of the country, but I got brother Charles Gibson, honorable attorney. My brother, Charles Gibson. How you doing, my brother?
Good morning. Good morning.
Good. And we're going to finish up what we started last week. Because like I said, I got a lot of calls and emails about this trusting and how we was breaking it down. And we want to recap what this trust is. We're going to just do that briefly because we're going to segue right into this corporation thing, okay?
Okay.
Now, we said that a trust basically is not a real person. It's like, man, these white folks create some stuff, man. They create some stuff for you. I mean, a trust actually is not even a living, breathing person. It's like an entity, like a robot. We use an example as a robot, right? Like you create your own personal robot.
Exactly. One of the things that we were talking about last week was the trust and what its functions. It's basically an entity, a robot, and it carries out your wishes. You create it, you program it, you give it instructions on some of the things that you want done while you're alive and after you pass away or you're in a coma.
And you can have this robot right next to you. Nobody can't see it, but you just give it a name.
Exactly.
So like I have the Robert Henderson Family Trust.